Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. Welcome to the Token Metrics Market Update Show. I'm your host, Bill Noble. This show is, of course, brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. If you need a roadmap in crypto and you need to make money in crypto, then like and subscribe to this channel or head over to tokenmetrics.com and become a customer. Let's welcome some people who are first on the stream. Jake, Bizarrich, Silent Sandal, Tendahi, Steven, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the market update for the most difficult week, perhaps all year in crypto, and perhaps the most difficult week in the last 10 years in risk assets. So if you need help, I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to give you charts and strategies to help you deal with the Fed. So let's jump right into your market update. The moment of truth. Yes, we are here. Here comes the Federal Reserve decision where they will explain on Wednesday what they are going to do to address inflation. Okay, the simple bottom line is the Fed is going to get tough on inflation. The question is, how tough? What's priced in? Will the markets freak out, or has the freak out already happened? Let's jump into the charts and start in a very unusual place, Tesla. Okay? Recently, you've heard Elon Musk has been selling his stock in Tesla kind of with reckless abandon to the tune of $10 billion. Now, what you can see in the yellow square, that's where Musk has been doing most of the selling after the euphoric gap up where it went through 1,000 and went as high as 1,250. So what does that mean in English? Well, it means Elon sold stock to all the little retail investors in equities who FOMO'd into Tesla. And now you have a strong hand like Musk, who's distributed a very overvalued, risky asset to a lot of very small investors. Combined with the number of institutions that own this stock, it's kind of a recipe for a flash crash if the Fed comes in and talks tough. Bottom line is, keep your eye on Tesla's stock. Remember, they own a whole bunch of Bitcoin. Now, on the subject of Musk, he's changing the subject via Twitter by talking about Dogecoin, right? So Musk just unloaded on everybody to the tune of 10 billion, and he's probably got more to sell. So the guy's a genius. Come on and talk about Doge. So looking at the Doge chart, if Doge is above 20 cents, it can continue to go up. If Doge fails at 20 cents and starts to go back down again, then Musk is either going to have to keep pumping it on Twitter, okay? Or, Doge is not the meme coin or the place to be in this wild, wacky world. But watching Tesla and watching Doge are important because remember, he owns a ton of Bitcoin and he can move the markets. So it's like a 30-40% pump in Doge. Now let's do a brief word about stocks. The ninth biggest company in the world is owned by Warren Buffett. He has half of his stock portfolio, in a small group of stocks that account for $10 trillion in market cap. So you ever hear this stuff like, ooh, Bitcoin's got a $1 trillion market cap. Ooh. Please. The whole world is invested in 5 stocks, right? Those are the FANG stocks: Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Google, etc. These companies are owned by everyone. So if it's the only thing Warren Buffett owns, or if it's the biggest thing Warren Buffett owns, then it's the biggest thing probably that everyone owns. If the Fed comes out on Wednesday and says the party's over and those 5 stocks turn lower, there's going to be a huge flash crash in crypto that could be the opportunity of a lifetime to buy. In other words, if there's a problem in crypto, it's the fact that equities may have to wake up, that the Fed printing party is coming to an end now or sometime next year. All right? So let's take a look at stock futures, right? They went down. All the hedge funds got short, thinking the same thing that I just told you. And then they all got squeezed out. And I've seen this over and over and over again, right? This is how tops or big problems in the equity market start. Everybody goes, oh my God, there's a problem. And then they get short and they go, oh my God, I have to get out. And then when all the shorts are out, what happens? It goes down. So again, heading into this Fed announcement on Wednesday, I think the biggest risk is not crypto, it's in equities. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. It would be great if Bitcoin got itself back up above 51K or 52K. That's the location of an important Gann line. So right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 46. So the good news is it's just sitting there. I would prefer it stayed that way throughout this whole Fed thing. Now, everyone and their brother knows that there's a lot of support between 40 and 42K. And I suspect there are going to be huge buyers down there in the event of some sort of what I call flash event where everybody goes, oh my God, and sells everything off the Fed announcement. Now, if you look at Bitcoin futures, so that's just the American time zone. This is the futures contract that is contained in the ETF, or I call the long forgotten Bitcoin ETF. Looking at this chart, which again is just the American time zone, there really isn't a lot of support in Bitcoin. I'm glad it stopped at 46, but the real support is at 40 or 42. You have to remember that there could be some sort of, oh my God, trade where it looks like the absolute end of the world, and there could be an attack down there. And that, in my mind, not investment advice, is an opportunity, not the end of the world. Because here's the net on the Fed. The Fed's going to come out and say what they're going to say. Wall Street economists have already sort of agreed, led by Goldman Sachs, that there's going to be a lot of Fed rate hikes. So we know this already, right? The question is, let the Fed talk tough, let them announce what they're going to do, let the markets get hysterical for an hour, a day, or 3 days, and then it's over. I think it's over. Right now, you don't want to go rushing in and buying 5 minutes after the announcement. Not at all. You want to let the market settle down and see what it does. But if there's some sort of flash crash led by equities, it's an opportunity in Bitcoin near 40 to 42. Now, let's talk about where the problem in crypto could be. So, okay, here's the scenario, right? Equities could have a problem. They need to wake up. What else is new? The Fed's going to come out. They're going to say what they're going to say, and then that trade's going to be over. People are probably going to buy the dip in Bitcoin and the dip in ETH. More on that in a second. Where is the problem in crypto? It's with DeFi. It's with DeFi 1.0. Congress is on the tape today talking about stable coins, and I don't like the DeFi perp futures contract. This looks like classic bear market. This is a collection of all your original DeFi, OGs, your Uniswaps, your compounds, etc. Right? This looks like a total bear market in this sector. So if there's a problem off the Fed, this is the stuff that's going to get hit the hardest. So if you've got positions and you in your mind are like, oh, well, I've got, say, Aave, because it's a great project. Yeah, Aave is a great project. But what are the tokenomics of the Aave token? I think the governance tokens of those original DeFi protocols could get marked down substantially if there's a problem. Now, that means if you're long those tokens, you better call your accountant, discuss tax loss selling. This is not investment or tax advice, but you better not be married to a position in DeFi 1.0. Okay? You better reevaluate your risk because this is trading at 9. And if there is an event, okay, I'm showing the best support at 6K. So check yourself before you wreck yourself in any DeFi governance tokens. Now, on a happier note, here's a chart of Solana that, believe it or not, is bearish. So why is it happy? Well, if the market goes down, if there's a flash event, right, this coin that was originally trading at 250, that Kraken's research group thinks can go to 600. This chart shows you may get a flush in Solana down to 100, right? There's a head and shoulders top. And frankly, you know, a flush in Bitcoin to 40 or 42, I don't know, would be a great time to get involved in things like Solana. So not investment advice, but value investing, okay? Or as my colleague Forrest says, make them sell it to you at an unbelievably discounted price. You may see an unbelievably discounted price. Now, it may also be as scary as F, okay? If Solana goes to 100, we will all be afraid. My message to you is don't be afraid because, again, a flush in Solana, a flush in Bitcoin is an opportunity. ETH. Now, I didn't realize this, but I had a chart that showed support in ETH at 3,600. So that allows me to talk about something that's much happier, right? Much happier. How about a scenario where all the oh my God gets done before the Fed comes out with their announcement, right? In other words, crypto freaked out. Now, maybe it's over. Maybe there is no flash event. Wouldn't that be nice? Right? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just sit here, let the announcement come out, let 3,600 in ETH hold, and then let this incredible rally get going? Now, did I just say incredible rally? Yes, I did. When this Fed thing's over, whether it's over at 46K Bitcoin or 42K Bitcoin, when it's over, in my opinion, ETH is going to bounce off whatever support it finds, and it's going to go to 5K, right? In other words, assuming this is not the end of the world, assuming this is a flash event or just like a worry trade, right? Once the worry is over, ETH takes over on the upside. That's my opinion. Now, what is the risk to my view? So if you listen to a half-decent analyst, they'll give you a view, and then they'll say, all right, here's what also could happen. Now, right now, ETH is at 3,900, and oh, would I love to see ETH back above 4K, because that would be wonderful. ETH would be back inside this square range that it was in, and everything would be fine. Now, if ETH can't get itself back above 3,900, that theoretically does leave risk of a move to either 3,400 or 3,000. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just telling you, those are the support points in Ethereum in case there's a problem. Once the problem is over, whether it's already over or there's an event, okay, I believe that spot ETH is probably the best thing to buy, not investment advice, or is the best looking chart, I should say, for long-term appreciation once this BS is over. Avalanche looks pretty good as things stand right now, okay? So there is a good case for Avalanche to stop going lower at 73, right? This is the best looking chart along with the ETH support at 3,600 to indicate what is everyone worried about? It's over. It's done, right? We did, you know, AVAX was at 140. It went to 70. Okay. All right. it's just a Fed announcement. We know that they're going to tighten. We know all these things. Now, if AVAX gets wasted or, if there's an event, 60 would be the holiday buying special in AVAX. If 60 is not the holiday buying special in AVAX, well, then frankly, I'm wrecked. We're all wrecked if AVAX goes down to 60 and doesn't hold. The point is, there's a case that it's already over, or there's a case that, there's one big thrust lower. Now, Phantom, in layer ones, you have $1.15 and 96 cents as key supports here. Okay, this was up a lot. Our guys like it in terms of its tradability. So once the Fed freak out is over, there may be an opportunity to get Phantom. Near protocol all over the place. Bulls buying it at 7, bears selling it at 12. Now it's in the middle at 9.2. If 9.2 holds and the Fed's a non-event, my guess is near's going up. Now, in the event of a flash event, support in near is at 7. So 7 held a couple times. That's probably really strong support for near. Again, what do you want to go shopping for if it's either over now or there's an event? Probably layer ones, right? Because they're going to capture most of the value from what goes on their chains. Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is scaring the daylights out of me by pressing support at 25. This is a weekly chart. That's a really ugly looking candle so far this week. I would really hate to see Polkadot crack. I liked it at 38 and 33, and now I'm looking at this going, wow, I really hope it holds. So if you're in pain out there, you have company, right? I'm right there with you. Okay, support in this thing is at 12, and I don't even want to think about what this market looks like if that's what happens to Polkadot. I much prefer my view that I'm giving you now, which is that the Fed's going to say what it's going to say. The market's going to react a little or a lot, but then when all is said and done, it's back to business. It's back to what really matters. Now, ending the presentation instead of starting it with Galaxy Digital. Okay, my favorite crypto hedge fund equity, right? A stock in a crypto hedge fund. All right, I got pumped up about this at 21. It went to 40 something. I took the lampshade off my head, all right, luckily. And then it went down way farther than I thought, back to 21. Now, if there's hysterics, I don't know, 16 is possible, right? But I prefer if 21 held. So if the Fed comes out and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know. Look at Galaxy. If 21 is holding, then crypto might be okay. All right. And that is the market update. All right. Somebody says if BTC drops below 40K, we shouldn't be holding any alts at all. Yeah. I mean, guys, if BTC drops below 40K, I'm going to have to recalculate everything, because if BTC is below 40K, that probably means we got a stock market crash. Okay. Let's see. What else have we got here? We got somebody saying, hey, Bill, let's go. All right. And I appreciate all the positive feedback. Now, please hit the like button. Why should you hit the like button? Well, because I'm going to do altcoin overtime, right? So altcoin overtime is coming up right now. That is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. So without more talking, let's go to the presentation and let's do altcoin overtime. Once again, as you watch this, please hit the like button. That helps us help you. RMRK. So we're looking at the metaverse during a period of unbelievable uncertainty. The good news is, for the moment, RMRK is holding support at 35, and we certainly hope that this is going to end, meaning the selling, because we don't know how low these metaverse coins can go if there's a problem in the market. Like if 35 doesn't hold in RMRK, it could go to 18. If you miss RMRK on the upside, I don't know. I say wait to see if you can get it cheaper. Right? I mean, what harm is that? Let the Fed do its thing in these highly speculative metaverse coins. You don't have to be in a rush. You don't have to do a trade. Okay? Perp. All right. Now, Perp, unfortunately, is getting caught in this DeFi avalanche, right? We thought this was a good coin. It still is an interesting coin in the fact that you can stake it and get good rewards. It's a DeFi, it's a derivatives exchange. All right. So from a staking play, from a yield play, it's interesting. Obviously, as a price appreciation play, it has not really done much. And it appears it is now caught in the whole, what I would call DeFi crash. So the best thing I can give perp holders is some guidance this way. Perp is mainly for yield. If you got into perp looking for it to go to 40, because honestly, I believed on charts that either 25 or 40 was possible. But let's face it, folks, that's not what happened, right? DeFi is crashing. I mean, who would have thought at the start of the year that we'd be talking about a DeFi crash in December? So in perp, I'm noticing support is at 6.5 to 7, and I'm hoping that that holds. Okay, Alpha, another coin where the benefit turned out to be staking, because that would give you airdrops to coins launched on Alpha's platform. Now, unfortunately, it looks like tax loss selling has kicked in here. 75 cents was support. Alpha is below that. So in order for Alpha to be, at least decent or at least stable, I think it's got to be back above 75 cents. Now, if you're caught in this, right, because people are caught in a lot of trades, and at Tokenmetrics, we don't run away from things that we've talked about in the past. So this is how I would do this. If Alpha doesn't get above 75 cents and you don't want to hold it or stake it, then call your accountant and discuss, whether I should take gains or losses. That's how I would put it, right? But if you want to, if you're a staker, all right, that's a different conversation. But if Alpha is caught in a DeFi crash and you're hurting in this, I suggest you just evaluate your position if Alpha can't get above 75 cents. Now, if Alpha does get above 75 cents, okay, cool. It's all right. So evaluate and be intellectually honest with yourself. You can hear my Jersey accent, right, in your ear when you evaluate what you're looking at. Because, folks, on Wednesday, I think we do this show and the Fed either comes out as I'm talking or right after. So that's today and tomorrow. And then there's Thursday and Friday, where the whole time I'm going to be helping you, but you are going to be spending more times with your position than obviously I will. Okay, Helium. All right, another Tokenmetrics favorite that went from 0 to 60. No joke. And then it went from 60 to 30. Right now, are they running stops below 30? Are they pushing everyone out and scaring everyone? Yeah. But there's pretty good support between 28 and 30. So I don't think this is the end of the world in Helium, but this coin is providing an important lesson that if you have something that's up, there is nothing wrong with taking some profits, right? Cashing out of the market or doing tax loss selling is not the worst thing in the world. Always evaluate your trades. Now, Metaverse, keeping a really close eye on this for an opportunity, right? 2022, right, is going to be a Metaverse year. The question is, who's going to win? Is it going to be a Facebook trade? Is it going to be Facebook stock? Or is it going to be the decentralized Metaverse? I was on WhatsApp this morning, and I noticed that the little Meta logo has appeared at the bottom. Very interesting. So with Sandbox, considering this is a Metaverse blue chip, I think it's interesting if Sandbox either holds $4 or $3.73 if there is some sort of huge puke, right? If people just give up and everybody who FOMO'd in on that big rally from 3.5 to 8, guess what, folks? That may get unwound. That may get unwound, and you may get a chance to sort of do the trade again. So, as Forrest said, let them give you the altcoins at amazing prices. You don't have to do anything today. You don't have to do it after the Fed. You can wait, let the dust settle, and evaluate whether or not, metaverse coins are on support, have hit support, and the uptrend is restarting. Trust me, if the metaverse is good and is going to start going up again, you'll know. You'll know. I personally think metaverse is probably a January phenomenon, with the next 2 weeks being opportunities to try to pick it up at sale prices. Okay, Decentraland chart, same thing. A little bit of a redraw here. Okay, Decentraland resistance is now up at like 345, and discount shopping could be somewhere between 2.8 and 2.6, not investment advice. So all the support in Decentraland is between 2.8 and 2.6. So if you didn't get involved or you're looking to get involved, those are levels to check out. Now, obviously, if Decentraland is above $3.45, that would be very constructive. Vulcan Forged, okay? A truly unbelievable example of a massive moonshot that turns around, corrects, and then gets hacked, right? So technical analysis after a hack, or technical analysis when people are panicking, is only going to go so far. This is what I can tell you about Vulcan Forged. I can tell you there's really good support between horizontal and GAN around $9. I know it's trading at 20. I'm not saying it's going to 9. What I am saying is if it does go down, that's a possible stopping point. In the meantime, 20 is decent support, right? And all I can give you on these type of coins is support and resistance, right? If you get the opportunity to pick this up at a discount, then I would encourage you to, take a moment, look at the chart, tune in right here, and I will keep you posted. XRP, a lot of people got long this between 85 and $1.20. And this is a lot like Tesla, right? Are you left holding a bag in XRP if it's below 80? Well, you might be. Now, there could be legal news, just like the Doge news caused a huge pump. There's a lot of people waiting for the pump in XRP. If they get it, that's awesome. Great. That's a win for crypto. But if there's an event and you can't tolerate any more downside in XRP, all right, you best think about what you're doing. A lot of people are in this kind of like on a pro crypto, let's go emotion. That's cool. But you just better be ready for what happens if the Fed party's over theme spills over into consensus. That means a position that everyone has. Okay, Cosmos, support at 21. A good argument that this could be over. Additional support down at 17. Okay, Luna held at 54 and bounced. That's good. Forrest noted yesterday on our live stream that it was really good that Luna held support at 54 and bounced, right? I mean, this thing was going straight down yesterday, and there's a bid here. So if there's a problem anywhere else in DeFi, I think you should think about Luna as a possible winner-take-all in DeFi. So if the trade is over, right, if we can go, oh my God, this is so exhausting. This Fed bullshit is so tiring. Luna may be telling you that, fingers crossed, hopefully it's over. If it's not, the best support point I can come up with in Luna is 45. YGG, play to earn. Okay, an unfortunate example of what happens when a theme gets hot, there's hype, and then it dies. One of our analysts thinks what he calls play to joy or good old-fashioned fun is going to be more sustainable for gaming than play to earn. So as this thing starts to take out its previous low near 4.7, you need to be careful. Now, this chart, like the DeFi futures chart, provides a very important lesson. Be careful in sectors and coins that are probably going to go down no matter what, right? There's a sector game in crypto. My boss, Ian Bellina, has a video about sectors on our YouTube page. My lesson for you about sectors is don't get caught in a sector that's got problems when there could be a macro problem or selling coming from things like the Fed and inflation. Know what sector your coin is in. Know why you like that sector or that coin. ALLUVIUM, okay? This is metaverse NFT blue chip, right? Starts at 1,100, moons to 1,800, fails badly yesterday at a technical point at 1,265. Now it looks like it's headed for like 1,100. I really hope, for the sake of the metaverse trade, that ALLUVIUM holds at 1,100, or there's a wick down below and it comes back. Support at 1,100 is good, but folks, we have to just face facts that if a blue chip doesn't hold it together, the rest of the metaverse won't hold it together. So you need to adjust positions accordingly. Now, looking at this chart, assuming no calamity, ALLUVIUM should hold support at 1,100, not investment advice. But if it doesn't, you may have to see this chart and act. Okay, WAX. Again, this is a little bit of a word about NFTs themselves. Now, WAX is an NFT platform. 2 or 3 days ago, there was a big catalyst. WAX moved way up to 73 cents, which was a technical point. It wicked up there and then failed. Okay, so it had a catalyst, it ripped, and then it dumped. So this chart makes me go, wow, I mean, what could go on if there's tax loss selling in NFTs themselves? So when it comes to NFTs, please check your FOMO, right? If you're buying low price stuff with money you can afford to lose, okay, that's a sensible approach. Okay, if you're worried about NFTs, I would watch this chart and other NFT marketplace tokens to see how NFTs are going to trade. Fingers crossed that, say, WAX dips down to 32 cents and comes back, right? I want to see metaverse and NFT coins go down, if they go down, and come right back. And that, friends, is altcoin overtime. Dude, what is going on with synthetics? Taking a quick question. Synthetics is caught in this DeFi crash. It was caught in the DeFi crash. In other words, when I first started looking at the DeFi coins after I just couldn't believe where synthetics was trading. I thought synthetics was going to be, the future of the internet. The future of derivatives. And then it just gave out. All right. So we may have had technical problems on today's stream. I apologize about that. Okay. Stay tuned here for the market update throughout the rest of this week. I will be keeping you up to speed on all coins, navigation levels for the Fed. So let's summarize. 1, we hope it's over. We hope it's over. If it's not over, there could be a flash crash event that gives you a great opportunity to buy crypto. Not investment advice. If there is a flash crash, it will probably be led by equities. Again, not really a crypto problem. Hopefully, when it's over, we can just all go back to business. If that's the case, ETH will be or should be the leader. So fingers crossed that ETH holds. Fingers crossed that that theory turns out to be helpful in reality. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. I will see you tomorrow.